But don't be deceived, because when you step out the cold, you're going to experience some bitter temperatures when you step out the door this afternoon. We're looking at a live look at Milwaukee. And Brendan, we were just talking about this. When I went out to my break, my car said -3 degrees. I tapped on it because I'm like, I'm not sure if that's correct, but it did feel like -3.
Yeah, I was driving from downtown. It was 3, then down to 1 degree. I'm just happy the car started this morning.
Yes.
It was very chilly, and we're still going to be dealing with these as we roll into the afternoon. Temperatures,
Warm weather. Thanks, Brendan. Well, Milwaukee police are searching for a suspect they say shot and badly injured a 15-year-old girl. Police say it happened at about 9:20 last night near 17th and Capitol. The girl is being treated for life-threatening injuries. Now, investigators are now trying to figure out what led up to the shooting and are asking anyone with information to call police or Crime Stoppers. Well, new at noon, gun violence is a public health crisis here in Milwaukee. And today at City Hall, leaders, advocates, people who lost loved ones, and survivors gathered to talk about the problem. Katie Crowther joins us live with the details on today's meeting. Thank you, Katie, and we look forward to hearing that mother's message. Well, now on to Project Drive Safer. A pedestrian seriously hurt after being struck in the city's Sherman Park neighborhood. It was caught on camera near Sherman and Townsend on Thursday.
Oh, there he comes. Red light. Right through it. Yep. And wiped out the poor guy. Yeah. Wow. Holy smokes.
Now, this happened at an intersection neighbors say has long been an area of concern, especially since there's a school right around the corner and a church just about a block away. Steve O'Connell with the Sherman Park Reckless Driving Task Force is hoping to see red light cameras installed in the area.
That could happen to anybody walking on our streets. That's what's disastrous about this whole thing. It's a large street with a high rate of speed, with a lot of cars that aren't going the speed limit. And you have children, it's a deadly mix.
Now, he says the reckless driving problem has gotten so bad in the neighborhood that people have started moving out. Well, President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris met with Congressional Black Caucus members on Thursday to discuss policing in America. The meeting comes in the wake of the killing of Tyre Nichols. 5 Memphis police officers face charges related to his death. NBC's Bree Jackson is in Washington with the latest details on what lawmakers are now discussing.
The death of Tyre Nichols at the hands of police officers is renewing calls for change.
My hope is this dark memory spurs some action that we've all been fighting for.
President Biden meeting with members of the Congressional Black Caucus to discuss getting federal legislation on policing through a divided Congress.
This is going to require all of us, including Republicans, to get across the finish line.
Democrats pushing to revive the George Floyd Justice in Policing Act. Senator Tim Scott, the lead Republican negotiator, referenced the bill in a tweet, calling it a non-starter.
We need more training on de-escalation. Yes, we need more resources.
Lawmakers say they're willing to work towards finding common ground.
I know that when a conservative Republican starts talking about policing in America, some people seem to just turn the channel. That's wrong.
Black Caucus leaders say after reaching an agreement with the administration Thursday, they are releasing a legislative package in the days ahead.
We're not drawing lines in the sand because we know that Tyre Nichols' life is worth fighting for, and so many others.
Advocates say Congress must act on police reform while urging President Biden to make that case during his State of the Union address Tuesday. In Washington, Bree Jackson for NBC News.
Now, during previous police reform negotiations, lawmakers appeared to be close to a deal on some provisions, including limited no-knock warrants, providing mental health resources for officers, and preserving records of misconduct. Well, more news we're following this afternoon. The Pentagon is tracking a suspected Chinese spy balloon flying over the U.S. The Pentagon says the balloon is flying at an altitude well above commercial air traffic and does not pose a threat to the people on the ground. A spokesperson says the balloon was seen over Montana, which is the home of one of the country's 3 nuclear missile silo fields. Now, China says the balloon is, quote, a civilian airship used for research that blew off course. Well, Giannis is back at it again on the court. Last night, it was his third time scoring at least 50 points in the last month. The Greek Freak scored 20 of his 54 points in the fourth quarter alone, causing the Bucks to come back from a 21-point deficit to beat the Los Angeles Clippers. Now here's Giannis after the game with how he plans to celebrate.
Last time I went to Chick-fil-A and got the nuggets, but now tomorrow I think I'm gonna go to Culver's. I'm go get 50 cheeseburgers, and I'm gonna try to eat as many as I can, and the rest I have my son eat them, or I give them to my dog.
I love it. From Chick-fil-A to Culver's. Now, in honor of Giannis's big game, Culver's is now donating $54,000 to the Milwaukee Diaper Mission. This is video from the Culver's in Shorewood today. Now, it's not clear which location Giannis is expected to show up at, but I'm sure the employees there are all hoping to be the lucky spot. And a congratulations to Bucks guard Jrue Holiday. He's been selected to the 2023 NBA All-Star Game for the second time in his career. Now, this is the fourth time in the last 5 seasons that the team has had multiple players selected. He will join Giannis at the 72nd All-Star Game in Salt Lake City on the 19th. And tomorrow night, the Bucks are having another big giveaway. Fans will get a cap designed by Jrue Holiday, but it will also be a celebration of Black History Month. There will be videos and spoken word performances honoring Milwaukee's Bronzeville neighborhood, and there will be a Black History Month t-shirt for sale. Now, the proceeds of that go to benefit America's Black Holocaust Museum. Well, the time is now 12:10, and it might be cold today and this weekend, but there are plenty of things going on right here in Milwaukee. From Mitten Fest to a huge anime convention, we'll let you know the places that will be buzzing when we talk to Visit. All right. Welcome back. Now, despite the cold weather, there are a ton of ways to get out and explore the city this weekend. It's time for our favorite part of the show to talk to Mr. Ian Thompson there from Visit Milwaukee with a look at a few of the fun events that are happening this weekend. Thank you for joining us, Ian. Let's first start off with this iconic festival that happens every year in Milwaukee, Mitten Fest. What's happening there?
Yes, Mitten Fest is happening in Bayview on Potter Avenue. From noon until 8, you will be able to go there for live music, craft beer and cocktails. Convert and Credentials are going to be performing, and you can always get the famous Brandyland Old Fashions, Valentine Coffee and Whiskey, Tots on the Street, Meat on the Street, and Roll MKE is going to be there as well.
Yeah, and I've been to that event for a couple of years now, and it doesn't matter how cold it gets, people will still show up for that event, so that's going to be a good one. Let's talk about a family fun event, Family Free Day at the Milwaukee County Zoo. That's also happening this weekend.
Yes, it's sponsored by Tri-City National Bank this weekend, and as always, it is a free weekend. A thing to note is the Small Mammals Building. You will have the opportunity to meet a new species, which is a Prevost squirrel named Kopi. It's a cool kind of a squirrel that is generally found in tree canopies.
Oh, I'm sure the kids will love that, to meet a new squirrel. That's going to be awesome. And then another huge event, a really big anime convention that's happening this weekend. What's going on there?
Yes, it's a 3-day anime convention that started today. I stopped by and definitely was hustling and bustling. They're expecting about 12,000 participants there, and it's going to be celebrating and educating fans about anime, Asian culture, music, and gaming.
I'm sure there will be a lot of fans there. I'm a Studio Ghibli fan myself, so I love Spirited Away, so maybe I should go by there. All right, let's talk about this. It's Black History Month and Milwaukee's 5th annual Black History Month celebration that is also happening. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yes, throughout this month, the month of February, there are going to be various screenings that are going to happen that are basically curated by the Milwaukee Film Festival. This weekend, however, The Last Dragon, who is directed by Michael Schultz, will be at 7 p.m. It's a story about a young man who searches for a master to fulfill the final level of mastery known as the Glow. He has to fight an evil martial arts expert and also rescue a beautiful singer along the way.
Oh, so that looks like it's definitely going to be a good one. Ian, thank you as always for talking to us, always keeping us informed on the fun things that are happening right here in Milwaukee. Appreciate your time this afternoon.
Thank you.
If you're heading out to any of these events, we want to hear from you. Share your photos with us on our TMJ4 Facebook page. And you can see yourself on TV on Monday morning as part of our Weekend Rewind segment. Well, the time is now 12:16, and we still have a lot ahead on TMJ4 News at noon, including a local school attempting a world record. We'll tell you where, if they made it, and how long it took to set that up. All right, welcome back. Well, it is National Wear Red Day. It's also considered the start of American Heart Month. And today, people across the country will wear the color red in order to raise awareness and spread awareness in hopes to help eradicate heart disease and stroke in millions of women all over the nation. Now, cardiovascular disease causes 1 in 3 deaths in women every year, making it the #1 health-related killer in women. Now, the good news is 87% of heart issues are believed to be preventable by incorporating healthy lifestyle choices into your daily routine. This making awareness, education, research, and resources extremely vital. All right, well, check this out. At noon, spreading the love. One local police department is celebrating the best of their community through a new initiative dedicated to giving back. Arlene Rojas Castillo has the story.
It's just something that I do naturally. I love what I do. So to be recognized for something that's natural, it means a lot.
For 2 days, the Racine Police Department community-oriented policing unit crisscrossed the area, visiting every public school within the city limits to surprise and honor employees as part of Love Week.
Far too often we worry about the negative, or we're tearing each other down because of it is a rough job to be in police work and education on most days. And so to be able to go into the community and encourage each other will hopefully shine a light.
At SC Johnson Elementary School, Dee Taggart got what she calls the biggest surprise ever. Miss D works with students across all grade levels, helping them with their social, educational, and emotional skills. For her, she says she never imagined being recognized for doing what she loves.
Unexpected, completely unexpected. Feels good. It feels good to be recognized, especially with everything going on, that I am making an impact for these kids.
Nominators were asked to think about somebody who embodies the idea of loving and caring and goes above and beyond, not just because they're paid to be there, but because they want to better their community. After all the love she's received, Miss D says she feels blessed to be able to help.
It's awesome. It's awesome. I know that I have staff and students behind me. They know who to come to, and it's a genuine love. It's that little smiles, it's the jokes that we do in the hall. It's genuine completely, and it just makes everything that I do so worth it.
Miss D is one of 20 teachers being honored during Love Week, and Officer Brady.
All right, welcome back. We want to get a final check of weather, and if you take away anything from the show today, know that it is going to be cold. So bundle up.
Bundle up, especially if you're going to be out later today or